Hello, everybody. This is Sniping is Fun speaking, and I'm here with yet another Super Smash Bros. 4 topic-related video. The topic that I'm bringing you all today, a question I'm going to be asking all of you. Do you guys think there are too many similarities in Super Smash Bros. 4? And by that I mean not only to past Smash Bros. Games, but to itself, like the content in and of itself. I mean, like character-wise, especially here. This is basically me talking about characters. Um, Maybe I should reword that. Do you think the characters in Super Smash Bros. 4 are kind of a little too similar to Brawl, and for a few choices, kind of a little too similar to each other? Um, I basically ask this because it seems like from what I've been noticing, and this is not very. This topic is not very really big, really relevant, really noticeable in Super Smash Bros. 4. But I've noticed a little bit, at least with what what content, and footage, and pictures and whatnot that we're seeing. Like, let me explain a little more here. Um, Basically, um, give me a second here. A lot of the moves we're basically seeing in Super Smash Bros. 4 seem to be very, very similar to Brawl. And I know, oh, you can't change up too much because you have to make the character accessible to people who played as them in previous games. I get that. That makes sense. When it comes to main moves, sure, that makes a lot of sense. Like, you can change a few moves up here and there, but don't change up too much. That I understand. I'm mainly talking about the final smashes here. We're seeing a lot of final smashes that were from Brawl. Hardly any character is getting an updated final smash. Ooh, Luigi got an updated final smash. Kirby got an updated final smash. You know who didn't get an updated final smash? Mario. I'm assuming Peach. We haven't seen anything, but if they give her that from Brawl again, it was very, very useless. I'm hoping they do not have that. Link and Toon Link, right there. Link and Toon Link both have the Triforce Slash again. Why not give them separate final smashes? Why do they have to be the same? Um, who else have we seen a final smash for? Captain Falcon still has the Blue Falcon, but with certain final smashes, it makes sense for them to stay. Like with the Mario finale, I think it's okay. I would maybe Big Mario might have made some sense, or maybe a Fire Flame that made more sense that looked like a fire from the Mario series. But the Mario finale works. Captain Falcon basically using his Blue Falcon works. Link and Toon Link having the Triforce Slash, which is a similarity in of itself that they both have the Final Smash, but also a Final Smash that they do not use in any game. And it just represents, oh, they have the Triforce. They can just slash you with the Triforce. I think, I'm trying to remember if there's any other Final Smashes that we saw that are the same. Like, if Marth has the same Final Smash, that makes sense. If Ike has the same Final Smash, that makes sense. For certain characters, it makes sense. For other characters, it really doesn't. But in the overall sense of things, why are certain characters getting updated and changed in new Final Smashes, yet other characters are staying the same? What dictates, what allows for a character in Smash Brothers to have stuff stay the same or change? Because, oh, Luigi now has the poltergeist or whatever. He should have had that in Brawl to begin with. I don't know what that negative zone was in Brawl, but it's like, but he's updated fine. Kirby's not using the pot anymore. He's using the ultimate sword slashing stuff you know, from Kirby's Return to Dreamland. But then yet Mario stays the same, and Link stays the same, Toon Link stays the same. Oh yeah, Sheik and Zelda both are separate now, but yet they both use the light arrow, the bow. Why? Donkey Kong still uses the conga drums. Why? Like, Why can't you make Sheik and Zelda and Link and Toon Link different in terms of Final Smashes? Why do they have to have the same darn thing? Why in the world is the conga drums even still relevant anymore for Donkey Kong to use them? Why not give him that punching combination he did in Donkey Kong Returns? Like when he was punching up the Tiki guys. That thing, this open punch combo, he punches people off the stage. Like, something different. Like I don't like some of these Final Smash. That's why I was thinking about a while ago. Every character should have two Final Smashes. That way you can keep a lot of the ones from Brawl, and then you can have a new one. Because some of these Final Smashes, like just to see something different, just to see some new content. Because some stuff's staying the same and some stuff's different, and I'm not knowing how certain things work unless these customizable movesets, where you can pick small options, affect Final Smashes, and we can pick a Final Smash from a choice, which would be cool, but I highly doubt that. Like, why not give us like a second Final Smash? Like, not just in terms of people feeling similar, but there's a lot of Final Smashes in Brawl that were very, very, very useless. Unless you were in a specific situation. Like Peach. Oh, I could heal myself. But what if you had 0% damage? It's useless. The Jigglypuff thing is practically useless. Unless in certain circumstances, certain situations. But then you could strategize. If you had two Final Smashes, look, you can use this Final Smash when you're in this situation, but you can use this one when you're in this situation, so you can strategize in the battle. I just feel that a lot of Final Smashes are staying from Brawl, and for some character, and we haven't seen a lot of them, so I'm not saying that. And this could very well be early footage, and obviously the newcomers have their own new Final Smashes. I'm talking about the characters that are veterans and returning. Um, it feels like Final Smashes are feeling too similar to me. And then when it comes to the main moves, let's talk about the main moves here. Okay, I can't talk about a lot of people, but I'm gonna basically my two examples here are Lucina to Marth and Toon Link to Link. Okay, Lucina to Marth, I'm gonna talk about this quickly. Okay, Lucina was originally planned to be an alternate costume for Marth. Cool, but then to try to make her a little bit different and maybe make her more of a beginner's Marth, so fans and gamers can have an easier Marth to get into. Make her double, sure, she's extra, so I'm not going to complain about her too much because she wasn't originally planned, but at the same time, she's basically a Marth clone. She fights exactly like Marth. When Marth is mainly a sword user, it makes sense. He's been like this since Melee. It's fine. Lucina can use all their weapons. Are we going to see Lucina use a lance, a bow?